Hi, we're here to talk about the introduction to quality. And right now I'm not very happy with my laptop or my camera or a combination of both, but this lecture I'm about to give, something here doesn't have good quality. 2 minutes into my lecture, the Logitech just failed. And so I had no video and lost everything I'd put together. So I'm not all that pleased with quality, but let's talk about what quality is. If we're a manufacturing company, if we don't have quality, we're not going to have any sales. If we don't have sales, we won't have any profit. And if we have no profit, there will be no jobs. So in the 1970s, the United States started to have poor perceived quality as compared to other countries, particularly Japan. And Japan had made some high inroads into making a very high quality product and just blew the socks off the electronics industry. In the 1980s, there was a strong change in the United States towards quality, and in a way I was kind of lucky to have lived through that. I started out of school with my master's degree in the early 80s, went and worked in an engineering environment within a manufacturing company for a couple of years, and then started supporting manufacturing. And I enjoyed that, but in the later 1980s, the focus on quality went from being one where the manufacturer assured their quality to one where the customer started deciding whether or not you had good quality or not. And so there were these source inspectors that would come and look at your product prior to shipping to ensure that you had met their drawing. Then that got to be seen as a waste because there were so many source inspectors waiting to come in to accept your product. So started looking at national and international standards, and I was involved in the early decisions where we determined we'd go with international standards. Originally, what is now ISO 9000, there was a U.S. version of that that was written first. My company was a proponent of that, and we eventually went to international standards because they would be accepted at least in Europe and in the United States. Weren't so much worried about other countries at that time, but the international standards did transfer across most countries. But what is quality? We're sitting here talking about quality and assuming that we know what it is. Well, one, we're looking for the performance of a product. Whatever product we're buying, does it meet the acceptable standards for us and for the customer? How about features? Features, the bells and whistles that are on a product. Reliability. I'm sure hoping that I don't have to take this a third time, so I hope the performance of either my Dell laptop or my Logitech camera, which this is only the second video I've recorded on this new one, which is high def. Hopefully it's reliable. Conformance. That's the degree that a product meets its design standards, durability, how well it holds up to use, serviceability. If you're a manufacturing company, you may service customers by offering repairs. You may offer them the service through customer experience or customer service, and they handle incoming orders, which you want to have high quality on. The aesthetics of the product, how well it looks, does it meet the standards that you set? Does it meet what the customers also want to see? And the perceived quality, that's a subjective assessment, one that we're often making on our own. So here we are, we're at the end. Hopefully you've had a good introduction to quality. We're going to be talking about quality assurance, quality control, and quality management systems, and that'll be coming up in future videos.